Most people don't have a money problem. They have a habits problem. The difference between someone who is financially comfortable and someone who is constantly stressed about money usually isn't income. It isn't luck. It isn't even intelligence. It's the small, consistent habits they repeat every single day without thinking about it. In this video, I'm going to walk you through 7 of those habits, the ones that compound over time and quietly transform your financial life. Some of them will take you 5 minutes to set up. Others will require a shift in how you think about money entirely. But all 7 are completely achievable, starting today. Stick around to the end, because habit number 7 is the one most people overlook entirely, and it could be the most important one on this list. Welcome to Wealth Flow Explainers, where we break down personal finance in a way that actually makes sense. If you're new here, this channel is built around one idea, that building wealth doesn't have to be complicated. It just has to be consistent. Let's get into it. Habit number 1 is the foundation that everything else is built on, and it's called paying yourself first. Most people follow the same pattern every month. Money comes in, bills go out, they spend whatever is left. And then at the end of the month, they try to save whatever remains, which is usually nothing. Paying yourself first flips that entirely. Before you pay any bill, before you buy anything, you move a set amount directly into your savings or investment account the moment your income arrives. You live on what's left, not the other way around. This works because it removes willpower from the equation. You're not relying on discipline at the end of the month when your account is low and temptation is high. The money is already gone, tucked away somewhere it can grow. The easiest way to do this is automation. Set up an automatic transfer for the same day your paycheck lands. Even if it's just $50 to start, the habit is what matters. Over time, you increase the amount as your income grows. Paying yourself first is the single habit that separates people who accumulate wealth from those who don't, regardless of how much they earn. Habit number 2 sounds simple, and it is. But almost nobody actually does it consistently. Track every single thing you spend. Not roughly, not mentally. Actually write it down or use an app to record it. Here's why this matters. Most people significantly underestimate how much they spend in certain categories. They think they spend $200 a month eating out. The reality is often closer to $400 or $500 when you add up every coffee, every Tejoa lunch that didn't feel like a big deal in the moment. Tracking removes the illusion. It shows you exactly where your money is going, and once you can see it clearly, you can make conscious decisions about it rather than just wondering where it all went at the end of the month. You don't need a complicated system. A simple notes app on your phone works. There are also free budgeting apps like YNAB or Mint that do most of the work for you. The tool doesn't matter. The habit does. Do this for just 30 days and I guarantee you'll find at least 1 or 2 spending leaks you didn't know existed. Habits 1 and 2 are about awareness and control. The next 3 are where you start actually building wealth, and habit number 4 in particular is something most people get completely wrong. Habit number 3 is building what I call a starter emergency fund, and in 2026, this is more important than ever. Right now, 1 in 3 Americans believes their financial situation is going to get worse this year. Job markets are shifting. Costs are still elevated. And without a financial buffer, one unexpected event, a car repair, a medical bill, a sudden job loss can send you straight into debt. A starter emergency fund is simply $1,000 set aside in a separate account that you do not touch unless something goes wrong. Not invested. Not mixed with your regular spending money. Completely separate and completely untouched. Why $1,000 specifically? Because it covers the majority of common financial emergencies. It's also an achievable target that doesn't feel overwhelming. Saving $1,000 at $20 a week takes just under a year. At $50 a week, you're there in 5 months. Once you have your starter fund, the long-term goal is 3 to 6 months of living expenses. But start with $1,000. Get that in place first. That single buffer changes how you experience every financial decision, because you stop making desperate choices and start making calm, considered ones. Habit number 4 isn't about a specific action. It's about a mindset shift that changes everything. Learning the difference between an asset and a liability? This concept was popularized by Robert Kiyosaki in Rich Dad, Poor Dad, and while the book is debated, this core idea is genuinely powerful. An asset is something that puts money into your pocket. A stock that pays dividends. A rental property that generates rent. A savings account earning interest. A business that runs without you. A liability is something that takes money out of your pocket. A car loan, credit card debt, a subscription you don't use, a mortgage on a home you live in, because it costs you money every month, regardless of its value. Wealthy people consistently spend their money acquiring assets. The average person consistently spends their money acquiring liabilities and then wonders why they never get ahead. This doesn't mean never buy a car or never enjoy your money. It means becoming intentional. Before every significant purchase, ask yourself, is this putting money into my life or taking it out? That one question, asked consistently, changes the direction of your financial life over time. We're more than halfway through, and the next two habits are where most people's financial journey either accelerates or stalls completely. Don't skip these. Habit number 5 is consistent investing. And the key word there is consistent, not large. One of the biggest myths about investing is that you need a significant amount of money to get started. You don't. What you need is time and consistency, and those are available to everyone. Here's the concept that makes this work. It's called compound interest, and Albert Einstein reportedly called it the eighth wonder of the world. When your investment earns a return, that return then earns its own return. Over time, this creates exponential growth. Your money grows faster and faster without you doing anything additional. The critical ingredient is time. Someone who invests $100 a month from age 25 will accumulate significantly more wealth than someone who invests $300 a month starting at age 40, even though the second person is contributing 3 times as much. Starting early matters more than starting big. In practice, open a brokerage account, choose a low-cost index fund that tracks the broader market. Set up an automatic monthly contribution and then leave it alone. Don't check it every day. Don't panic when the market dips. Just let time do the work. The best time to start was 10 years ago. The second best time is today. Habit number 6 is one of the most underrated wealth destroyers, and it's called lifestyle inflation. Here's how it happens. You get a raise. You earn more money. And almost immediately, your spending rises to match it. You upgrade your car. You move to a nicer apartment. You eat out more, you buy better clothes, and at the end of the month, despite earning more, you're saving exactly the same amount as before, sometimes less. This is lifestyle inflation, and it quietly prevents millions of people from building wealth despite having the income to do so. The antidote is simple but requires discipline. Every time your income increases, consciously decide what percentage of that increase goes toward your lifestyle and what percentage goes toward your financial future. A good rule of thumb: when you get a raise, save or invest at least 50% of the additional income before you upgrade anything. This doesn't mean never improve your lifestyle. Enjoying the fruits of your work is important. But doing it intentionally, rather than automatically, is what separates people who build wealth from those who earn well, but always feel like they do and have enough. And now, habit number 7, the one I mentioned at the start that most people completely overlook. Habit number 7 is investing in your financial education, and I don't mean spending money on expensive courses. I mean making it a consistent habit to learn about money. Here's the reality. The financial system is not designed to be simple. Banks, lenders, and credit card companies profit when you don't fully understand how interest works, how fees accumulate, or how to make your money grow. Financial literacy is genuinely one of the most valuable skills you can develop, and yet it is barely taught in schools. The good news is that it has never been more accessible. Podcasts, books, YouTube channels like this one, the information is all around you. Spending even 20 minutes a week learning about personal finance compounds over time just like money does. The more you understand, the better decisions you make. And better decisions, repeated consistently, lead to a completely different financial life. Start with the basics. Understand how compound interest works. Learn what an index fund is. Understand your credit score and how to improve it. Know your tax obligations and the deductions available to you. Each piece of knowledge you add reduces the chance of making expensive mistakes and increases your ability to spot opportunities. The wealthiest people in the world are obsessive learners. That's not a coincidence. So let's bring it all together. 7 habits, all of them simple. None of them requiring a large income or a financial background to implement. Pay yourself first. Track your spending. Build your emergency fund. Learn the difference between assets and liabilities. Invest consistently. Avoid lifestyle inflation. And never stop learning about money. You don't need to implement all 7 tomorrow. Pick one, whichever feels most relevant to where you are right now, and start there. Build it into your routine. Then add another. Then another. Wealth isn't built in a single decision. It's built in the small, consistent choices you make every single day. If this video helped you, subscribe to Wealth Flow Explainers for more straightforward personal finance content every week. And drop a comment below. Which of these 7 habits are you starting with? I read every single one.